If you like the video, please subscribe Technical PCT channel and click the bell icon to get the latest videos.
So, good morning students. Welcome to Sri Chaitanya PU College online classes. Yesterday we are discussing about the minimum length of the mirror in order to see the full image of a person. Minimum length of the mirror in order to see the full image of a person. For all those problems, if you remember these four simple rules, we can form. What is the first one? The image always forms behind the plane mirror. Second rule, the distance of the image behind the mirror is equal to the distance of the object. Third rule, size of the image is equal to size of the object. Fourth rule, using similar triangles. If you remember these four rules, we can solve the problems similar to that of to find the length of the mirror to see the full image, half image, etc. etc. So yesterday I derived that in order to see the full image of a person, the minimum length of the mirror h dash is equal to h by 2. If capital H is the height of the person, h dash is the length of the mirror to see the full image, h dash is equal to h by 2. Let us go to the next concept, similar concept. Similar concept, important concept. Let us imagine there is a room. Let us imagine there is a room. So a mirror is placed on the front wall. Mirror on the front wall. A person is there. A person is standing exactly at the middle of the room. Exactly at the middle of the room. Imagine, consider the size of the room is 2D. This is the person. The person is present exactly at the middle of the room. Because exactly at the middle of the room, then the distance between the mirror and the person becomes a D. He wants to see the entire image of the wall inside the mirror. The person wants to see the image of the entire wall in the mirror. Then what should be the length of the mirror? Length of the mirror. Once again, I am explaining the concept. There is a room. Two walls. Person is standing at the middle of the room. Middle of the room. Size of the room. Imagine 2D. Since the person is standing at the middle of the room, this distance becomes D. The person wants to see the entire wall inside the mirror, which is hanging in the front wall. This is the mirror. This is the mirror. Then what must be the minimum size of the mirror? Simple concept. I will use these four rules. The first one, image will be formed behind the mirror. Without using ray diagram, we can solve. Behind the mirror. So this is the mirror. Behind the mirror, at what distance image will be formed? Because object is the wall. Object is at what distance? 2D. Image will be formed behind the mirror. At what distance? 2D. What will be the height of the image? H. According to this rule, image is formed behind the mirror. Distance of the image is equal to distance of the object. Size of the image is equal to size of the object. This is the object now. In front of the mirror, 2D. Image will be formed behind the mirror at a distance 2D. Size of the object is equal to size of the image. Size of the image. Imagine this is AB object. A dash B dash is the image. A dash B dash is the image. This part over, this part over, this part over. If we construct the similar triangles, answer over. 2 seconds, answer will be completed. So I want to see the wall. So one light ray from one end of the wall to the eyes of the person. First light ray from one end of the wall. This is the object now. One light ray from this end to the mirror, reflects back, reaches to the person. Another light ray from the other end of the wall onto the mirror, once again reflects back. Once again reflects back to the person. To the person. Reaches the eyes of the person. Enough, 2 light rays. Now, total length of the mirror, this one, which is required to see the image of the wall. This part is enough. I want to find the size of this mirror. This is unuseful. This is unuseful to see the complete image of a wall. You have to draw along with me. Then only you can understand ray diagrams. So what is the part of the mirror which is required to see the complete image of the wall? MN. Not a complete mirror. Not a complete mirror. What I did? AB is the object, wall, H is the width, A dash B dash is the image of the wall. Size of the image is equal to size of the object. Size of the object, H. Size of the image, also H. Object in front of the mirror. Image behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Same distance, 2D, 2D. Then one light ray from one end of the object falls on the mirror, reaches the eyes of the person. Second light ray from the other end of the mirror falls on the mirror, reaches to the person. Extend the reflected rays. Extend the reflected rays. Extend the reflected rays to form the image. To form the image. Now similar triangles concept. What are the similar triangles? P, M, N, one similar triangle. What is the other similar triangle? P, A dash, B dash is the another similar triangle. Triangle PMN and the triangle P, A dash, B dash. P, M, N. P, A dash, B dash. A dash, B dash. So MN divided by A dash, B dash. MN for this triangle. Base. For this triangle, base A dash B dash. Therefore, MN, base by base I am writing. A dash B dash. Base by base. Base of one triangle to the base of another triangle. Now write down altitude. Altitude of this triangle. Suppose this is ED. Altitude. That is PD. Altitude of the triangle of PMN. Now altitude of the bigger triangle P A dash B dash. Extend this line. Some E. What is the altitude of that bigger triangle? P to E. Altitude P E. Altitude of the triangle. Once I repeat, what I took two similar triangles. P M N is one triangle. P A dash B dash is another triangle. They are similar triangles. Same line. Same line. This angle is equal to this angle. This angle, this angle. This angle, this angle. Must be same. So, base by base. Base is Mn. For this one, base is A dash B dash. Is equal to altitude of the triangle by altitude of the triangle. Altitude of this triangle, P to D. Altitude of this triangle, P to E. I want Mn. So Mn is equal to, that is H. Imagine. Height of the mirror. A dash B dash. A dash to B dash is H. Is equal to P to D. P to D is nothing but small d. Divided by P to E. P to E. From here to here D. Here to here 2D. D plus 2D. That is equal to 3D. 3D. So DD cancels. If DD cancels, then small h is equal to h by 3. The minimum length of the mirror required in order to see the full image of the wall behind a person in a room is h by 3. H by 3 to see this entire wall behind a person standing at the middle of the room. Middle of the room. So therefore, two results. Very important results. Direct formula in examinations. The first one, minimum length of the mirror. Minimum length of the mirror to see complete image of a person. Is h by 2. Second result, minimum length of the mirror to see the complete wall behind a person in a room is h by 3. Using only 4 simple steps. Forming the image behind the person. Distance of the image is equal to distance of the object. Size of the image is equal to size of the object. Using similar triangles. Similar triangles, we can derive the minimum length of the mirror. Come on, have it, screenshot. We'll move to the next concept. Next concept, because tomorrow exam, these problems will come. Now we have seen one of the property formed by the image of a mirror, plane mirror. That is longitudinally it is erect, laterally the image is inversion. Longitudinally the image is erect, laterally the image is inversion. Laterally the image is inversion means what? If we raise the right hand in front of the mirror, it appears to be left. If we raise the left hand in front of the mirror, it appears to be right. Sidewise, the image is reversed. For example, if I write a word, a letter B, and see in the mirror, longitudinally it is erect, but laterally it is reversed. In the mirror, it appears to be like this. The letter B. In the mirror, it appears to be reversed. Similarly, if I take the letter C, if I see in the mirror, it appears to be like this. This is called lateral inversion. Lateral inversion. If we see the letter yes, inside the mirror, it appears to be like this. Already discussed. On the ambulance, the ambulance spelling is written in reverse order. Once we see in the mirror, it appears to be correct, ambulance. This is the reason. So what is the result? Whenever an object, an image is seen inside the mirror, laterally it is inversion. Lateral, sidewise. B appears to be like this. C appears to be like this. S appears to be like this. Suppose G appears to be like this. 3, number 3, it appears like this in the mirror. Lateral inversion. Based on this one, there are problems. Seeing the time in a wall clock. Seeing the time in a wall clock. Wall clock. Problems on this concept. Imagine this is the watch. Watch. No numbers. 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. This is a clock. I want to see the time in a clock. Time in a clock. In a clock. Let us imagine the time is 3 o'clock. Time is 3 o'clock. We know more length will represent, that is the minutes hand, and smaller, that is the hand, represents the hours hand. Hours hand. Now the time is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. If I see the time, same time, in the mirror, same time in the mirror, what will be the time? This is 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 12. So what is the image formation by plane mirror? Longitudinally erect, but laterally inversion. So the minute hand will be there itself, but sidewise it is reverse. The time is now 9 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. If generally the time is 3 o'clock, if it is observed in the mirror, it appears to be 9 o'clock. What is the reason? The reason is nothing but in the mirror, the image laterally, sidewise, inversion. This is reversed. This is the reverse. Opposite, completely opposite to 3. That is 9. So it appears to be here. Inversion. So the time is now not 3 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock inside the mirror. Because numbers are not there. Lateral inversion concept. One more example. Same clock problem. Same clock problem. One more. The time is 3:40. 3:40. 3:40 means where will be the hours hand? Where will be the minutes hand? The hours hand will be in between 3 and 4. 3 and 4. And the minutes hand 3:40. 3:40. So the hours minutes hand will be on the 8, number 8. So the time is now how much? 3:40. If the same time is observed in the mirror, how it appears to be? It is not 3:40 in the mirror time. It is in between what and what? 3 and 4. Lateral inversion. Then our sand in between what and what? 8 and 9. 8 and 9. It is exactly on what? Number 8. 40. Reverse of this one. So just below 9 o'clock, 8. Below 3, 4. It will become here the minutes hand. Now what is the time? The time is nothing but already it crossed 80. 8 means 8. It is at what? 4. This must be 8:20. In the mirror, the time is 8:20. Actually, the time is 3:40. 3:40 because of lateral inversion. In order to see the time inside a watch, it will be different. It will be different because of lateral inversion. So if I see the letter inside the mirror, lateral inversion takes place. B appears to be like this. C appears to be like this. S appears to be like this. G appears to be like this. 3 appears to be like this. If the time is 3:40, actually, if I see the same time inside the mirror, it appears to be 8:20. 8:20. One more example that is the time seen in the clock and in the mirror. In the mirror. So that no confusion. No confusion. Let us imagine the time is 10:10. The time is 10:10. Actually, what will be the same time if you observe in the mirror, first draw the actual time. 10 means after 9. This is the hours hand. 10:10. It will be on the other side. 2. Number 2. Minutes hand. This is 10:10. 10:10. If I see the same time inside the mirror, what is the time shown? So lateral inversion takes place. If lateral inversion takes place, here 10. Opposite to left. 10 will come after what? 3. That is 9. Once again, see here, 3. It will be reversed. So our sign will come here. So minute sign after 12:2, before 12:2, this is the time. Means what is the time now? The time is nothing but time. Yet it has not crossed 2. The time is 1:50. 1:50. It is at 10 minutes time. 1 division is 5 minutes. 5 into 10, 50. 5 into 10. Hours hand, it is not at 3. It is at 2. Reaching 2. So time is 1:50. Like this, we can get the problems on mirrors. Because of lateral inversion, the time appears to be different in the mirrors. Come on, have the screenshots or make a notes how to see the time in a clock, how the letters are observed inside the mirror. Inside the mirror. Now see this one. We are almost all ending of plane mirrors. Next week, I am going to start the spherical mirrors. Inclined mirrors. Formation of image. Inclined mirrors. How many images are formed? If one mirror is there, one image. Where the image will be formed? Behind the mirror. Where the image will be formed? Behind the mirror. Now, inclined mirrors. Suppose 2 mirrors making an angle theta. Making an angle theta. Up to now, we have studied one mirror. Now, inclined mirrors concept. An object is kept here. An object in between the mirrors along the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector means this angle is exactly divided into 2 halves. Then we want to find number of images. How many number of images will be formed? First, let us think generally. The image will be formed by this mirror behind this one. The image will be formed by this mirror behind this one. Imagine here and here. This is I1. This is the I1 dash. Due to this mirror, this one. This will act as an object for this mirror. This will act as an object for this mirror. This I1 will act as object for this mirror. This I1 will act as object for this mirror. Once again, images will be formed. Images. The image formed by the first mirror will act as a object for the second mirror. The image formed by the second mirror will act as object for the first mirror. Like that, multiple images will be formed. All these images will lie on a circular path. The images formed by two inclined mirrors will fall on what path? Circular path. We have to find total number of images. We have to find total number of images. Shortcut formula is that. First calculate 360 by theta. To find the number of images, first calculate 360 by theta. You may ask me, sir, why you have taken 360? Because in circle, if it is a complete circle, the angle subtended at the center is 360. How much angle it is making between the two plane mirrors? Theta. First calculate that one. Calculate. The value may be three cases. One, it may be odd number. It may be even number. It may be decimal number. It is a number. It is a number. 360 by theta. First calculate to find the number of images. Number of images. The obtained value may be odd number, maybe even number, maybe decimal number. Only three possibilities. If the obtained value is odd, the number of images is equal to 360 by theta only. Very simple. If the obtained value is odd, number of images is 360 by theta only. If this value is even, then number of images is equal to subtract 1, 360 by theta minus 1, because some images will coincide. After one rotation, the image will coincide. So we should not take 2, we should take only 1. So we have to subtract 1. When we have to subtract 1, when the obtained value is even, if the obtained value is decimal, fraction, forgot the decimal part, only take the, that is a decimal part, forgot the fractional part. Suppose 7.59, I got. Forgot this one, fractional part. You take only integer part. You take only the integer part. We can say integer part. So therefore, I'm showing the example also. So how to calculate the number of images? Multiple images. Inclined mirrors. Two mirrors inclined at an angle theta. The object is placed along the perpendicular bisector. Then the images formed will be on the circular path. Multiple images will be formed. How to calculate the number of images? The number of images can be calculated. First calculate 360 by theta. 360 by theta. The obtained value may be odd, may be even, may be fraction. Obtained part is odd. Number of images 360 by theta only. If the obtained value is even, number of images 360 by theta minus 1. If it is fraction, decimal part, take only the integer part. Forgot after the decimal part the numbers which we got. For example, here itself problems. Here itself problems. 5 problems quickly. Angle given theta 60 degrees. Second one 45 degrees. Third one 30 degrees. Fourth one 72 degrees. Fifth one 36 degrees. Whatever may be the value, once we know the method, we can solve the problems. We can solve the problems. First one theta 60, second one theta 45, third one theta 30, fourth one theta 72, fifth one theta 36. Theta 36. First answer, calculate 360 by theta. What is 360 by theta value? 360 by 60. 360 by 60 is equal to what? 6. 6. 6 is odd or even or fraction. We have to verify. 6, it is even. If the obtained value is even, number of images is equal to how much? That is 360 by theta minus 1. 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 is equal to what? 5. 5 is the correct answer. 5 is the correct answer. Problem number 1. Problem number 2. Theta 45. 45. 360 by 45. 360 by 45. 360 by 45 means how many times it will go? 9 4 ja. 9 5 ja. 9 4 ja. 40 by 5. 40 by 5 means how many images will be formed? 8. 8. Sorry, 360 by theta value is 8. 8 is odd or even or fraction. It is even once again. How many number of images will be formed? 8 minus 1. That is equal to 7. 8 minus 1. That is equal to 7. Quickly. 30 degrees. 360 by 30. 0, 0 gets cancels. Or I am getting even. That is 12. 12 is even. 12 minus 1. That is equal to 11. 11. Come to this part. 72. 360 by 72. By 72. 36 1 ja. 36 2 ja. 10 by 2. 10 by 2 means how much? 5. So number of images in this case 5. So 5 is even or odd? That is odd. No need to change. Number of images is equal to 5 only. 5 only. Last one. 360 by 36. 360 by 36 means how much we will get? 10. 10. 10. If it is 10, odd or even, that is equal to even. 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. How to calculate the number of images in case of inclined mirrors? The multiple images will be formed. All those multiple images will lie on the circular path. by taking this point as center and this is as radius. The images will be formed on the circular path. To calculate the multiple images, simple formula, calculate 360 by theta, verify odd or even or fraction. If it is odd, answer is 360 by theta. If it is even, answer is 360 by theta minus 1. If it is fraction, take only the integer part, remove that is decimal part. Decimal part. Time is running away. One more problem. One more problem. On inclined mirrors. On inclined mirrors. Inclined. Suppose the two mirrors are like this. Inclined. Important concepts. Inclined mirrors. Angle is theta. Angle between the two mirrors. I want to calculate total deviation. Total deviation. Total deviation by an incident ray. First light ray falls on the first mirror. And once again falls on the second mirror. Reflects. I want total deviation. Total deviation. One reflection at each mirror. At each mirror. Nothing given. What is given? Angle between the two mirrors is given for me. That's all. This is the incident ray. Incident ray. Suppose X is the angle of incidence. What will be the angle of reflection? X only. X is the angle of incidence. What is the angle of reflection? X only. Then what is the angle of deviation? Actually, it has to travel like this. I know angle of deviation at first mirror. Angle of deviation at first mirror is equal to 180 minus 2i. What is 180 minus 2i? I value is equal to what? X. So 180 minus 2x. Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise. If I want to calculate here deviation, second mirror. Second mirror. E deviation continue. This deviation we have to find. I want this angle. Then only I can find. Then only I can find. Geometry. That's all. So what is this angle? This angle is equal to 90 minus I. So 90 minus X. Because in between this line and this line, angle 90. 90 minus X. This 90 minus X ಆದರೆ what will be this angle? Total angle must be 180. Total angle must be 180. So 90 plus theta minus X. So 180 minus theta minus 90 plus X. So 180 minus 90, 90 X minus theta. So 180 minus plus X minus theta, this angle. Because total angle 180. If this is 90 plus this one, what must be this angle? This angle. 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. So this will become theta minus x. This will become theta minus x. Simple. This line, 90. If this is something, this value, subtract 9 from 90, I will get this value. Now angle of incidence is how much? Theta minus x. Theta. Now I want this deviation. Delta 2 is equal to 180 minus 2i. I value, what is the I value? Theta minus x. Theta minus x. 180 minus 2 theta plus 2x. Delta 2. Delta 2 is equal to 180 minus 2 theta plus 2x. In what direction? Clockwise only. Clockwise only. Add both of them. If I add both of them, plus 2x minus 2x gets cancelled. 180 plus 180, 360. So total deviation, 360 minus 2 theta. We can remember this one as a result. We can remember this one as a result. First reflection at first mirror, second reflection at second mirror. Second mirror. Then what is the total deviation? 360 minus 2 theta. So time completed. Have a good day. Once again next week.